2021, I decided to come to, the east, White Plain Road. Well, it's actually Boston Road, whatever. Same shit. A little bit sunny for a little while, according to the weather forecast. So I decided to venture over here, but it's freezing as hell. Freezing, really bad. So, but there's always, people taking a stroll, whatever. It's hard to believe. Hard to believe people venture still, because I think that's the best part of the winter, to find empty spaces. Allegedly, there's always zombies walking around. Not afraid of the cold weather. As soon as I just went to the ladies' room, this bitch just ran right behind me, like, oh my god. Just cannot believe this shit, You see, like, nobody around. The moment you go into the freaking bathroom, it's like, shh. I don't want to think, negative shit, but, like, come on. There's nobody around here, there was no women around here. I don't know where this bitch came from. Like, for real. I forget that people, they just keep going on all year round. This is just crazy for me because I'm Mexican, It's just crazy. I'm like, I started doing this recently. I think because of the lockdown. I want to be locked. And because it was really nice out. There was nobody outside during the lockdown. Which it was crazy, to see how people just gave out the streets. I mean, like, say, how you gonna catch it when there's nobody outside? There's nobody outside. They even left the basketball. So that felt really good, Just to have the city just to myself. I gotta take out the gloves. This is insane. This effing weather is insane. But people want to live here. The only people who are coming back, they're moving in New York, is us, Mexicans. I don't see nobody else. I mean, they try to make it seem like, people are starting to come back to New York, but bullshit. Of course, they count the students that come here to the universities. What the hell is that? Oh, it's a gym? Guess so. That's like to do chest. Look, guys. Ugh. So ever since the lockdown, I have not been feeling like staying in my house. It's like I wake up and I want to go out. And I guess I'm just also scared of depression, I'm like, it's hard getting older because, you know too much. You know way too damn much. Where's the guy going? There's the guy over there. Just couldn't believe it, I went to the freaking bathroom and like this bitch is like, ugh. Oh, is that him? Oh, he left fast. Beautiful over here. Go tipo. Ay, Dios mío. Go up. I'm surprised that, older people have not actually had like a body of work of I feel like we should not be getting to this age without any, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. But I feel pretty lonely, like in that, well, I guess in several ways, but in that respect, I feel I'm like, Was that the bitch who went into the bathroom? Now she's chasing me over here. The fuck out of here. Damn, you cannot even walk up. See, I'm right next to the freaking freeway. This bitch is coming this way. Oh, fucking blue. You see, like when somebody's out in the freezing cold, usually because we want to be alone. I mean, like, common sense, what you're gonna be like. Anyway. No, but I say I feel alone in the sense that I have to navigate. I'm not even 60 and I'm already feeling like, shit, what this, finding, like they say, the new meaning, a new meaning of life, in this time in this years of my life, whatever. I hate language, like, especially this one, that. I always feel like there's so much bullshit, Of course, that's the whole plan, so people become desperate and whatnot, just gotta keep up the bullshit. But kind of sucks, like, kind of wish there was a manual. Because there's kind of a manual when you're young. When you're just getting started. Of course, it's a wrong manual. We're telling, especially us women, to focus on going to school, to college, instead of finding a good husband, with the help of our family. It's like, kind of like, they say a rule of thumb will be like, everything they set it up, you gotta do the opposite. To go back to the system that we used to have, which they scaring people, about, like saying, your family used to marry you against your will, blah, blah, blah. And they always have, these fairy tales on, how, like, she fell in love, but she's already supposed to get married to somebody. The tragedy. So there we all think, we should get married for love. We should get married for love. I don't know. But a point of deconstruction, we go into deconstruction because, of course, we're like fed up with so many lies. But then there's not really much to build with left. Because, everything is spookism or conspiracy, whatever, anything shit that they disqualify with. Let me get out. You can go by. You know what I mean? Everything is, it feels like it's not tangible. It feels like it's not, and I guess this is a part of our lives when we have to become very selfish. I don't know. I mean, like, how much deconstruction should I be doing? I don't know. I'm already, in a pretty desolate place, when it comes to the void that it caused, all the garbage, that it was just like Hollywood, what's it called? Like a stage, they build stages for the movies. It just, so it was no good. I mean, it's not like there's any regret or anything, don't get me wrong. There's nothing worth, even entertaining the idea of maybe keeping that shit, like, absolutely not. But, like I said, building in my late 50s, it's something that, I don't know. I was parked there for a long time. I thought I was going to cross the street. I thought, well, why is she waiting for the light? I mean, there's so much stuff that is already there, and I can, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm saying, but there's definitely a solid, base that, if I don't want to make anybody, God forbid, anybody find this video, and get chicken out about, deconstructing. Make sure there's nothing left of that garbage. Oh, it's a police precinct. I don't know if I want to keep going anyway. I'm coming back. I don't regret, deconstructing distance between me and society. Do not get me wrong, you know. Don't get me wrong about that. I am very happy about that, you know. It's like, as a matter of fact, you know, as I was speaking, you know, I feel like, damn, there's this something I really feel very, very accomplished on, you know. But since last night I spoke to Marcus, and I think, well, for the first time I really see, you know, the stupidity of our friendship. You know, I mean, on my behalf, I mean, he got plenty of time, I guess, to figure shit out, you know. And it's good that he make mistakes, so by the time that he get married and build a family, you know, he need these experiences. I think men do need to be adventurous, because that's the first thing you need to start a family. You know, if you're a guy, you gotta have first-hand experience, not just somebody who read books and shit. I don't know. So, you know, in that department, I guess I feel like, but I'm so glad that I started mumbling, because, yeah, there's all that. And all that is practically my entire life, you know, which is mental decolonization, a process I started like 15 years ago, you know. And I'm very, very, you know, it just feels so natural. It just feels so natural, you know. From the moment I started, I'm like, thank God I just never really into lying, you know. I'm a horrible liar, you know, like, so for me it's just like, well, no brainer, you know. Finding out, you know, basically I was, you know, I mean, not even adopted, whatever you say, adopted. adopted. Oh my God, this language is so stupid, you know. It's just finding out, it's just like everything is a freaking lie. It's not just the fact that, you know, it was kept, you know, we all kept from our ancestors. It's just surprised me how many people are just like lounging in a 30-degree weather. Don't they feel it? It's like, at what point of your life did you like realize this bullshit weather? You know, like, this shit make me angry. I mean, of course, I'm very well dressed today. You know, I have this new designer jacket, designer coat. But I never thought I was going to buy it. I liked it. It's like, they're so expensive. And I still feel cold. I still feel cold. Yeah, I think it's just because of age too. I don't know what it is with age when you start feeling the cold. colder than we used to. I mean, at least I keep it on the eye. I keep it on the eye, and it's crazy. Like, people, they gotta work, like the guy I bought the tamales from this morning. He was there probably since 6 a.m. because he gotta catch the people while they're going to work. So he gotta do what he gotta do. The good thing for him, probably by 1 or 2 p.m. he's already, finished. But if you're not a morning person, then that's a different thing. And crazy thing is that my life had been so easy. My life had been so easy. I really never seen myself in a situation, as to take, those kind of jobs that, I haven't. I like. And when I saw myself at the end of the road, that's when, boom, I was able to get welfare. So to me that was like, okay, so it's kind of like, I don't know, I'm crazy, people. If I tell this, I never told this to anybody, but if I was to people, would say like, you're crazy, I mean, the toughest time was that, those months, that I was homeless, it's almost a year in Chicago. So that was the toughest one. I was like, but even then, I did not approach it as, the end of the world. I just like, I went to a period of, what's it called? Yeah, kind of like denial, whatever, but, because, I didn't know nothing about Chicago. I had just arrived a year ago. Shit, it's like 2 years ago, and then you become homeless in a freaking country that you don't know shit, in Chicago. So that was, I think that was the worst part for me of my life, and that was basically came about because, I thought it was going to be so complicated for me to get a room and so expensive or something. I don't know what I thought, but something clicked in, and I started asking everybody, anybody renting rooms? Like all them, the Mexican businesses, I knew. And that's how somebody told me, why don't you go over there? I think she still got a room. And sure enough, somebody told me over there on Kenmore. I went to this Mexican bakery. I was so glad they told me, because, wow, it was like, I felt like that shit was like a palace to me, that little room. To be able to, to control my environment. You know, at least when you're around wildlife. That's just very cool, you know. I can only imagine, you know, like, you know, surrendering to, you know, to nature. To nature, which still a lot of people, they don't like to live in a house. Of course, you know, the crackers, they don't want you to know about them. There's still people that live in nature, in the forest. And that must be something else, you know. Okay, now I'm frozen. I gotta go into a freaking store before I go. I'm going to 125th Street to get my Seymour's. And bouncing right back home. Hopefully the trains are gonna be really good. I figure out because today is like that weekend, you know, the shopping weekend that they put us on. Freaking cars coming. Damn. Unbelievable. So we got no spaces, you know, the people on foot. We just don't got any spaces. That's our police, I don't know. New York City. You see how loud it come over here? And I'm so far away. Those poor people living right there. Can you imagine? This thing's still on. But I don't know, I mean, it was nice to have this talking to myself. It's another one. And it's a freaking Saturday. Can you imagine on a weekday? Freaking go crazy. One train after another. There's an entrance to a bunker. And the tunnels, they have underground tunnels. It's like they're everywhere, like these things, little things. So my face is frozen completely. Which one is this? No, that's just for sit-ups. Chest. No weights. train. Now that one is very slow because that's a traffic jam. So the trains are jammed. And then the next 2 hours, not a damn train. That's just the way they do shit around here. It's like, I don't believe a lot of shit because if they cannot even manage the freaking trains, you know. But most people think it's like, oh, you know, what is the point? What is the point? You know, they got all these, you know, technology, whatever. I don't know. That's a beautiful forest right there. Like I always say, you know, just be ready. Just be ready. We gotta be all ready and alert with our eyes open to see, you know, because you know, obviously nobody's gonna tell us that it started. It's gonna be the opposite. They're gonna say, oh, nothing's going on. Nothing is going on. You know, so they're gonna be like, that's why we need to be always on the lookout. Because they're making a lot of people believe that is reality. And unfortunately, a lot of people, they do believe it. Oh, that's reality. I saw it on my phone. I watched it in my phone. It was like, I saw it with my own eyes. Yeah, sure. The same way we all seen the landing on the moon. We all thought that shit was real back then. We all thought that, you know, like, okay, it's great. You know, they say that was a big step for mankind. They didn't say for humanity, you remember? That guy said for mankind. Because they're kind of a man, you know? They go to show you, they're not human. They're not human. Another one. Yeah, I told you, there's going to be a lot of trains because they want people to go shopping. Shopping. They want a lot of people to go shopping, but I didn't see nobody. I was on the bus and I didn't see nobody. Maybe because it was early, I don't know. And that's all we gotta do. You know? disconnect. Like I say, yeah, for instance, if they make me into a freaking cartoon, that's it. I'm gonna have to shut down all my accounts from that book face, the sucker face. I'm gonna have to do it. I don't wanna become a cartoon. I'm not a cartoon. And that's it. And people thinking, oh, it's so cute, they made me a cartoon. And it looked just like me, a freaking cartoon. It's like, how is that shit cool? I mean, like, I'm trying to, understand how. But to the children, it's already, they always been living through an avatar. For them, it's like, what is the big deal? There's no big deal, it's just cartoons, right? That's what they always told us. They're harmless because they're just cartoons. Until they make you a cartoon. Like they say, of course they're worried about, commercials, because they can have like t-shirts and stuff because they're cartoons or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, there's people over here. I'm gonna hang up because I have to walk faster too. I gotta get into one of these stores. Listen to that shit. Listen to that. All those apartments. You see those apartments, it's like, damn. Wow. This shit is not cool, regardless of what they say. That level of noise is... just look at the peoples. They look like shit.